have nieces. Their father was an only child. And in him being an only child, he didn't understand what it's like to have a sibling. He didn't understand. My sister was the only one that I knew as family, as far as a sibling. She was my only sibling in the state I live in. The only sibling. My closest relative. And it's amazing though, the relationship was so weird, the dynamic between the two of them, that when my sister was sick and I went over there to check up on her, to sit with her for the day, she said the only reason why she asked me to sit with her for the day is because of her husband. And then when I left, he would say, "Thank you." And I said, "You're treating me like I'm the help." I said, "That is my sister. This is what I'm supposed to do." When it was time for her to pass away, everybody gathered. Everybody gathered. I kept trying to figure out when was she going to be home from the hospital. Kept trying to figure it out. I said, okay, when she gets home, give me a call. Nobody called. So I reached out to my niece, and my niece says, "Oh, they're home. She's there." I said, okay, well, I'm on my way over there. So I call, and my brother-in-law tells me she's going to be getting physical therapy between 5 and 6. I'm like, physical therapy? When they sent her home to die because they said there's nothing else that they can do for her, but she's getting physical therapy. What are you talking about? And I said, okay, 6 o'clock. I'll be over there between 5 and 6. Oh, no, that won't be necessary. I said, well, I've got some anointing oil to pray. Oh, I don't know what that oil is. And anyway, we already prayed. There was nothing I could do. I said, I could come to the door. I can give you the oil. You can just pray and put it on her. People seek after this oil. They come from all over the country to get this oil. Can I just give you this oil? No, I don't know what that is. Well, we prayed already. So a sibling's prayer means nothing. All right. 2 hours later, he calls and says, she's gone. She's gone. When it was time for her to have a service, they sent me a group text with everybody else. That's when I knew. But I was the only one that lived in the same state. That was family. The only one. And maybe like a few weeks before she passed, we spent time together at the park. I have a video of us. She always wanted to read to children. Always wanted to read to children. That was her desire. She says, when I retire, I'm going to go and read to children. She was a teacher. So on our last meeting, I happened to have my granddaughter with me. And we met in the park. And I never recognized this box. It was like a stand and a box. So when you go inside the stand, there was, inside the box, like it's made out of fiberglass, it was children's books. And I went and got some books, and she read to her niece, her great niece, and I recorded it. And then I sent it to her, and she said, thank you for this. And in weeks, she was gone. So for people to think that they should interject their personal feelings in the relationship between two sisters, I don't care if you're a husband, I don't care if you're a child, whatever you feel, you need to try to think about what that person's wishes would have been. You would rather let me think that my sister didn't care, that my sister had something against me, and these were her dying wishes. I know my sister, she probably would have said, y'all do what y'all want to do, whatever y'all wish. I'm going to be gone. And could you even imagine that they would have shut me out of everything? Shut me out of everything. Even the funeral itself, there was no room for a word from her family, her mother's side. There was nothing on the program for her mother's side. It was all the husband's side. Even the son-in-law got to say a word. I felt like there was invisible duct tape on my mouth. There's always something trying to shut me down. Something trying to shut me down. Always. Like I told you, my mother said, your mouth is going to one day get you in trouble. And I didn't even know that you was going to be able to talk. But then when you finally started talking, you would not shut up. So here we are. People still trying to shut me down. My mother can't talk anymore. She can't utter a word. But I just found out that that same brother-in-law who tried to shut me down and shut me up when my sister passed, it's not even a year and he is gone. He is gone. He is gone.